Whole life insurance, the financial trap that is disguised as security. That friend trying to sell you whole life insurance is not your friend. In fact, they are motivated by pure greed. What they are trying to do is get that commission. Because what they fail to mention is that whole life insurance agents get 50 to 90% of your first year premiums as commission. But the reality is, whole life insurance is probably one of the worst financial products that you can ever get. Hey guys, it's Aman from Our Rich Journey, and if you're new around here, welcome to my series where I expose some of the worst financial advice sweeping the internet. On today's video, episode 2, I am talking about whole life insurance. So first, let's start with how whole life insurance really works. You see, whole life insurance is pitched as the perfect hybrid, part life insurance, part investment. You pay a big premium every month. Part of it goes towards your death benefit, and part of it builds up as a cash value that you can supposedly use in the future. Now that sounds amazing, right? But here's the catch. When you die, your family gets the death benefit, but not the cash value. You see, the cash value disappears back into the insurance company. Meanwhile, your premiums are sky high on a whole life insurance. And I'll give you an example of what I mean by comparing it to term life insurance. You see, a $1 million term policy for a healthy 30-year-old is around $680 a year. Now compare a whole life insurance for the same amount for the same healthy 30-year-old. That is going to cost $8,000 to $10,000 a year. So when you're comparing term life for $680 or whole life $8,000 to $10,000 a year, the premiums are outrageously expensive, but somehow whole life insurance is sold. But what you have to understand is that the people selling whole life insurance, they are skilled salesmen. They pull on every imaginable emotion, every imaginable financial insecurity in order to push this. Because when they sell a policy, the commissions are so lucrative. But let's dig a little deeper and let's talk about some of the benefits that are used by these salespeople to get you to buy whole life insurance. The first thing they'll do is that when people question the difference between term and whole life, one of the things that they talk about is, why is it so expensive when you're comparing the two? An insurance salesman will often say, well, whole life insurance is also an investment. They'll say it builds a cash value over time, like a savings account that also protects your family. But the reality is that the investment grows painfully slow because you're paying sky-high fees, commissions, and insurance costs first. You see, in the early years of a policy, almost all of your money goes towards the agent's commissions, not the cash value. The second thing that the agents will tell you is that you will never lose money that you put into a whole life policy. Now that sounds safe, but safe doesn't mean good. You might not lose money in dollar terms, but inflation eats away at the tiny growth you get. You see, after 20 years, your quote, safe returns may actually be worth less in purchasing power than when you started. Another tactic they use, and this is the one that really rubs me the wrong way. They will say it's the best way to leave wealth to your family. You see, this is the emotional hook. They show you how your heirs get a big death benefit. But here's the catch. If you die with cash value in the policy, the insurance company often keeps it and just pays your beneficiaries the death benefit. Yes, you heard me right. The insurance company keeps the cash value that you built. The next trick that agents will use is they will say the rich use it and so should you. You see, this is one of the biggest marketing tricks. You will hear wealthy families and corporations use whole life insurance policies. But what the insurance agent doesn't tell you is that those people have already maxed out tax advantage retirement accounts, real estate, index funds, and so many other investments way before they ever touch whole life insurance. Whole life insurance is like the last place that they would put their money. It's not where wealthy people are starting. They're not starting their investments with whole life insurance. They're ending their investments with whole life insurance as a tiny piece of a huge portfolio. And one of the last big tactics they will use is they will say you can borrow against your policy and be your own bank. Really? Now that sounds powerful, but think about it for a minute. You are borrowing your own money at interest. If you were your own bank, why would you charge yourself interest? And if you don't pay back your money, that money is deducted from your death benefit. Now this can get very complicated and complex and put people in a very bad situation. So those are the tactics that agents will use when they call you on the phone, when they meet you in person, and on social media. But if you still don't believe that whole life insurance is a bad financial product, let's run the numbers. Now let's use a whole life insurance that has a $10,000 a year premium. Invested in a whole life policy at 3% for 50 years, you end up with $1.1 million. Now that sounds like a lot of money, but you have just invested $10,000 a year over 50 years, and that money has only grown to $1.1 million. Now let's compare that to investing that money in the S&P 500. Now if you invested that same amount of money in a low-cost index fund that tracked the S&P 500, averaging 9% for 50 years, you end up with $8.1 million. Do you see why whole life insurance is such a terrible investment? Whole life insurance policies only return about 3%. Now they will say that is a guaranteed 3%, but I don't want to have anything to do with that, especially when the stock market is returning 9 to 10%. And so rather than putting your money in a whole life policy, why not invest it in the stock market and get 9% and have that $10,000 a year premium grow to millions of dollars? You see, that's the cost of locking up your money in a slow growth financial product over your entire working career. And it's not just less growth, it's a completely different financial future. So be careful out there when your friend, when that online guru, when that influencer, when that person calls you up and tells you that they want to sell you whole life insurance or whatever name they have for it. Think hard about making that decision because it can certainly redirect your financial future. If you guys want to learn more about investing, about building real wealth, check out the resources that we have available on ourrichjourney.com. We have a ton of free resources that you can use to develop your own FIRE plan. And if you are interested in joining a community of like-minded people that are on the journey towards the ultimate personal finance goal of financial independence and retire early, check out our 365 Days to FIRE program. The class of 2026 is already forming, and it is a great opportunity to be amongst people that are focused on this goal. And if you guys have liked this video and have liked this series, please let us know what other topic should we address as a part of this series. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and join the journey.